Hi, I'm Meredith Bell, co-founder and president of Performance Support Systems, and I'm here with you today to share a tip about persuasion. Several years ago, when our 2020 Insight 360 feedback software was released, one of our new resellers had a really great opportunity with a very large retail company. She wasn't as comfortable talking about the software at that point, so she asked me if I would go with her to help make the presentation, and of course I said sure. So it was interesting when we got there. There were a number of executives, including the CEO, sitting around the table because 360 feedback back in the mid-90s was a new concept. And so they were debating about whether they wanted to do it. Well, I had researched them before we went, so I asked a lot of questions and then made a presentation. And then the CEO paused, looked around the room at the other executives and said, "Let's do it." And so that was how the decision got made. And of course, I was thrilled and acted like, well, this happens every day. And then I got to thinking about it later. What was it that caused him to say yes so quickly rather than referring it to a committee? Well, what it boiled down to was that it wasn't because of any, superpower persuasion skills that I had. I think really what happened was that I understood their situation. I asked questions and I was able to understand what it was they were dealing with. And he sensed that. And that built trust and credibility very quickly. And so the lesson for all of us when it comes to persuading someone else is really not to polish your, debate skills or learn how to push your point of view forcefully. It's really a whole different approach. It's taking the perspective of the other person so that you really understand them and their needs and where they are coming from. And this holds true whether you're making a sale of your product or service or whether you're convincing or trying to persuade, someone on your team or your boss to do something, or even a family member about where you want to go for vacation or even a restaurant. Asking questions first to learn what's important to them and then responding to show that you understand and clarify makes a world of difference because resistance tends to melt away when we feel understood by another person. And that individual is then more likely to be open to your ideas because you have shown an interest in theirs. So keep this in mind for the future. When you want to persuade someone, don't start coming up with all your reasons why, but instead turn the tables to find out what they are looking for, what's important to them, and addressing what you want in the context of what they have said. It'll make a big difference, I bet, in the results that you get.